So for all my non-German speakers, the video I just stitched showed a comment of a white person telling this black nurse that, and I quote, "I do not want to cared by or cared for by something like this." I'm letting you sit with that for a second. Heavy on the something like this. And this is my public outcry, whatever you want to call it, or my inspiration. Yeah, I think there should be a law that if people make comments like this, it should be put in their file. And when it's time, we are pulling the plug. I think I want to publicly advocate for that, to make the digital footprint part of one's medical history. I think everybody should have a file somewhere stored in one hard drive or the other, so that when it's time for you to need it, we will just do some clickety clacks, pull up your file, and if you're a racist piece of shit, we will let you die. Now I get it. I know. Some of y'all might be like, oh, but that's unfair. What if people change their mindset? Then their digital footprint should also be changing, right? Because we should be keeping a record, like a track record, if you will, right? So if you were a racist 2016, 2017, 18, 19, 20, and during the pandemic, you still found yourself to be racist, and you continue that pattern, and then suddenly we see in 2025 you got sick, and then you change your mind, then it's late. You'll be treated as such. Because if you are racist for 9 years, you're racist, okay? I mean, fuck your change. But then again, if you were racist 2016, and then 2020, we had global knowledge of police brutality. How enlightening. And you changed your mind, and your digital footprint changes. I think we can reevaluate, okay? So I don't think that should be like, set in stone. I think it should be kind of negotiable. You get the point. But if you're like that, right, and you're willingly saying that you do not want to be cared for by something like this, which the dehumanization is absolutely insane, I don't fucking care. We'll just give you an injection and off you go, okay? Basically, like, when dogs have outlived their lives, you help them. You inject it, you help them, you kiss them goodbye, and that's it. We are not going to kiss you goodbye, of course, because you're a piece of shit, right? However, we're going to help you to make it easier. And by the way, why I want to publicly advocate for this is it's cost effective. Hear me out before you come up with the whole racism shit, right? First of all, people like this have weak DNA. Biologically proven. Okay? People that make comments like this, they are biologically weak anyway. So by removing them from the institution as fast as possible is basically going to be cost effective when we are looking at the healthcare system, right? Because if we are not taking care of racists, we have time to take care of other people that need it the more and deserve it the more. Yes, our medical system is classist as fuck already. I think we should buy into that and make it even more classist so that people that are racist are not given care. Maybe then y'all will change your mind. Now, right, I know what you're about to say. What if people just claim they have changed their mind, but they are in actuality still racist? Now, because unfortunately, you can only, in German we say, you can only look at the front of someone's head, basically, right? You can't see someone's heart, you can't see someone's mindset. But mind you, nobody's that intense with their acting. Believe me. I think for cases when the digital footprint is not very clear enough and we are not sure if it is a racist, we should definitely put that person to the test. And therefore, we can, of course, change the surroundings a bit, right? Play around a bit with political topics in front of that person. Of course, there has to be a volunteer. So you sit that person down in a neutral setting, right? They are not going to know they're being interrogated. And then you find out their standpoint to, a free Palestine, the liberation of black people, reformation of a very flawed system. Not flawed. Flawed is the wrong word. Excuse my French. Not flawed. It's because the system is not flawed, clearly. It's working exactly how it was intended to work. A system of white supremacy, whiteness generally. How about decolonization, right? And then trust me, they will crumble. Trust me, they will crumble. And then, because we are cost effective and environmentally friendly, there and then, of course, everything will be on record. We can't take the injection along, finish it there and then, just take them out. And gone, problem solved. So one at a time, I think that's what we should be doing. Because if you're comfortable enough to leave shitty comments like this on the internet, I don't think you should be breathing or breeding. What a nice twist. I don't think you should be doing either. You should be doing 6 feet deep. Anyway, let the girl dream, okay?